welcome to Genius, the show that is all about you and your ideas. Here at Genius, we firmly believe that the great British public has more than its fair share of geniuses. And to prove it, we've asked you to send us your most genius notions using the email address genius@bbc.co.uk. And don't worry, if you miss that address, it should be appearing at the foot of your screen just about now. Ladies and gentlemen, thousands of you have indeed emailed the show, and I think I speak for all of Team Genius when I say we were thrilled by the response. We really were, absolutely thrilled, until we started reading them. Scuba driving, guide people for blind dogs, a musical version of Daniel Bedingfield. What were you thinking? But don't worry, there were plenty of ideas out there that displayed genuine potential. But are they genius or not? To decide, we obviously need a genius guest. Now, if I told you that tonight's guest was a flame-haired actress who'd captivated the nation, that she'd done a tour of duty on board the TARDIS assisting Doctor Who, and that she's especially well known for being an old lady who swears, you might well be thinking, oh, God, here comes Bonnie Langford. But you'd be wrong. She was busy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Catherine Tate. OK, thank you for coming.
Thank you for asking.
We know you're a genius, but tell us, what's your least genius moment?
I used to live with someone who drank a lot. And one night, in the middle of the night, when you get those genius ideas that only come to you in the middle of the night, I thought, oh, my goodness, I know what I'll do. While he's asleep, I'm going to cut his hair off. And I did. I cut his hair off in the middle of the night. And it was terrible, because, you know, I wasn't paying any attention to style or anything. He was just, like, on one side. And so I only got one side of his head. And that's actual ABH, as I found out. It's £3,000 fine.
Yes.
I didn't get caught. But as I was cutting his hair off, I was thinking, this is fantastic. This is so what you should do. Until I stopped cutting his hair off. And then I just thought, oh, my God, what have you done? It was really bad. But a little genius moment came to me when he woke up and went, oh, my God, what's happened to my hair? And I thought he was going to have a heart attack because he was sort of so shocked. And I said, I don't know, you came home like it last night. Which was a bit genius, I thought.
That is a bit genius, yeah. Absolutely. So let's get down to the business at hand. Let's see if we can find ourselves some more geniuses. Our first idea tonight comes from Mark Hudson, who's from Borehamwood.
Dear Genius, I've got this idea to resolve the problem of when you go out on a date and a bird's got no coat. What it is... No, it's a coat, and on the pocket, on the outside of your arm, sort of where you have a tattoo with the word mum, there's a zip. And then when it starts raining, you undo the zip, and you pop out a hood, and then you put your arm around the girl, and you pop the hood on their head, and then you've got a nice sort of... Because then I was thinking it'd alleviate the problem. Girl goes out on a date and she's wearing that nice off-the-shoulder number, you know what I mean? She hasn't got a coat, starts worrying about her frizzy hair, then she ain't going to worry about frizzy hair. Plus, then you're a little bit in there. You've got a little bit...
You're a sort, aren't you, Mark? I haven't heard anyone call girls birds.
Yeah.
Since 1979.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need a female perspective on this. It's an idea that sort of is for men to try and pick up ladies, obviously. So, Catherine, would you, you know, let a guy cop a field just stop your hair getting frizzy?
I would. I think it's great, actually. I think that is a great idea. Because what's also good is, well, you'd actually be praying for rain at this, but what's good if you are out maybe on a first date and you think, oh, he's not really making a move, that would force him to. So it works both ways, my friend.
Well, I think it's just what you've got there. You'll see there's a hood hidden inside that pocket.
You'd probably have to explain it first of all, wouldn't you?
Which means he's already kind of making a move. It's like going, look, I've got a condom in my wallet.
No, it's sort of...
Be warned, she likes it. You've got nice hair.
I'll tell you... Well, I've made one. If you want to test it out, Catherine.
I'm going to do this.
Can I just, before you do, can I just say, it does look very professional.
Oh,
and I'm surprised because you sent us a technical drawing with your email, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Can we have a look at your drawing? Your coat is better than your drawing.
Oh, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Well, it's missing the babe at the moment.
This is true. Wait till I undo the zip, my friend. Actually.
Shall we road test it?
I've never tried it out on a real girl before. I'm not a sex beast, though.
You're not?
Honestly?
You're not what?
A sex beast.
You're not a sex beast, but you refer to women as birds. Which I can only assume because they pick up worms like you. Come on, let's do it.
OK, so just...
I'm being a bit forward, aren't I? Go on.
Then we pop it on there. You love it?
I think it's great.
Nice one.
Really. I think that's really great.
Yeah, well, obviously, it seems to be getting a popular vote at this
Because
moment.
it's better than having to carry around one of those terrible triangular plastic hoods.
Yeah.
Or an umbrella, I suppose.
Yeah. There is the alternative, and Catherine's just mentioned it, really, which is the umbrella. Surely, this doesn't have quite the pervy aspect.
Yeah.
This just offers shelter.
Well, that... Yeah, I didn't even think about an umbrella. But then you got to cart it around and stuff like that. Plus, there's the element of surprise. not like, ah, I've got you, like, surprise.
You do see, when you had your arm around Catherine, you're what, 5'7"?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? And how tall are you?
About 6'2", I suppose, 6'3".
Right. If it was the other way round...
But then you just give the coat to the lady, and you are the hoodie and she's the hooder.
Yeah. Wouldn't it just be better and more gallant when it starts raining to say, here you are, you can have my coat?
Again, I'm learning a lot about...
Fair play to you. I mean, I think it's going well.
I would say so.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Catherine Tate, is Mark Hudson, with his hood in sleeve idea, genius or not?
Genius.
It's a cracking start to the show. First idea up is a genius.
Very exciting.
Our next idea comes from Mike Dobson, who has travelled from Bicester.
Dear Genius, my idea is the Democrabus. Each seat on the bus has its own steering wheel, and the bus route will be determined by the direction in which the majority of the passengers wish to go.
Can we work out the logistics of this first? 50 people on a bus, 25 of them want to go left, 25 of them want to go right. What happens in the event of a hung bus?
The bus driver has the casting vote.
Are you following this?
Have you got to drive? Because I can't drive.
No, there's a bus driver, and all the wheels tell him which way the majority want to go.
So you're
He
effectively
steers the bus.
casting a vote?
Yes.
You're not actually controlling the bus in any way?
No, that would be dangerous.
So are you saying that all buses would be like this?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Right.
Well, because at the moment, buses go to fixed destinations, and most people want to go in that direction, but not to that exact destination. With this system, everyone can end up going exactly where they want to go.
If you're a tourist and you're visiting London, you want to go to St Paul's Cathedral, you don't know where it is. You can't even cast a vote.
That's right.
I suggest to you that a bus that says on the front of it, St Paul's Cathedral, that's where I'm going, has the advantage.
Well, that is a point, yes.
OK, Catherine, do you want to come with me? We'll We'll
You haven't
take
got a
in...
bus with 50 steering wheels.
No, we're going to imagine one, though, so that's OK. If you come this way, OK, and this section of the audience, you're going to be our bus, OK?
Oh, no.
So the sort of first third of you here, you all want to go to one place, and you can choose where that is, sir?
Plymouth.
OK. Middle third, you're all going to want to go to another location, and you, sir?
Fobnobbing.
Fobnobbing, OK. And this third here, you all want a destination, so, yeah, sir?
Belgium.
Belgium, OK. So, let's start the journey. We'll go round the roundabout, and we'll get to the turning for Plymouth. Who wants to go to Plymouth? Hands up. OK. And who doesn't want to go to Plymouth? OK. We'll keep going round there, then. OK. Next exit takes us towards Belgium. It's improbable, but it's true. Hands up, who wants to go towards Belgium? OK, who doesn't want to go to Belgium? OK, that's the majority. We'll keep going round there. Fobnobbing, even more improbable, but still, it's true. Who wants to go off towards Fobnobbing? OK, and who doesn't? That's the majority again, OK. Basically, no one ever gets where they're going, do they? We go round and round a circle, and you hope that you run out of petrol somewhere near your house. Let's take our seats again. This is clearly ridiculous. Don't ah him.
Ah him?
He doesn't want you to get home.
Is this a way of you making new friends?
I don't use the bus.
Oh. You don't use the bus?
This is hurting my head. I just don't see how it's better than a normal bus.
Normal buses just go to a small number of destinations, whereas this bus could go anywhere.
But it would take forever, wouldn't it?
Well, it swings and roundabouts. And...
Catherine, Mike Dobson, Democrobus. Is it genius or not?
It's not genius.
I want you to appreciate how hard Team Genius does work to try and filter these ideas so that we're only showing you things that have the potential for genius, at least. And one way of doing that we thought might be to show you the ones we throw away.
OK.
So I've got a bin here from Genius HQ. Take a pick, any way you like. What have you got there?
I've got quadruple the size of bricks to make building a house 4 times as quick. That is genius!
It got thrown away, it can't be. Wig alert. People who wear wigs should display a badge clearly stating wig so as to avoid any ambiguity.
George Formby Grill. George Formby Grill! Low-fat grill that plays ukulele music until your chicken is turned out nice again.
I'd actually buy that.
That's good.
So I can't read this one properly. Everything should have a bobble on it.
Cold air balloon. All the fun of hot air ballooning for people who are scared of heights.
I don't think this person really understood the point of the show. We wanted your ideas, and they sent in, people would stop buying and eating crisps if they were made out of gold.
Make spelling easier by spelling all words in alphabetical order.
I've got bi-curious potholing.
People are nuts. Make everything out of leaves.
OK, maybe you'll look more kindly upon our next potential genius, who is Paul Calley of South Woodford.
Catherine.
Hey, oh, here we go. Hello.
Ever since I've seen you, I've always had a bit of a thing, you know, about you. I think you're wonderful.
Thank you.
And I'd like to have you in the back of my cab sometime. And I'd like to take you from Catherine Street to the Tate Gallery.
Paul?
Yes.
Keep your distance.
What I was doing was bonding with Catherine.
Paul, what you were doing was bonding with Catherine against her will. We don't know what your idea is yet. As far as we're concerned, your idea is you'd like to go off with Catherine Tate. Taking her on a scary taxi ride based on her name. That's all we know about you, sir. I think we'd like to know more. I think we'd like to know what your idea is. Please, God, tell me you've got one.
Dear Genius.
We're in.
Hey.
Dear Genius, I think I'm a genius. Since 1974, I've held a cab licence and I've never been robbed, mugged, stabbed, murdered or bilked. The reason is, instead of asking them for a deposit, which I find very embarrassing, I ask them for their shoes instead. I think I am a genius.
OK. In synopsis, Catherine.
Yeah.
His idea is that instead of asking leery, drunken customers in his cab for a cash deposit up front, he asked them for their shoes, and as a result of that, no ill has ever come to him in his taxi driving life.
That's correct. But, Catherine,
Yeah.
I'd just like to add that I really do ask for their shoes.
Yes.
I've been doing it for 5 to 7 years now, and I believe that it's spreading all over the country. Places like Manchester and Liverpool, the drivers are all asking for their shoes as well, especially on a Friday or Saturday night.
Okay.
It's getting really quite serious out there.
Do you know, when you said, do you know, I really do ask them for their shoes, that was the one thing I wasn't doubting.
Did you say you've never been built? What does that mean?
Built is an old English word for non-payment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So no one's ever done a run?
No, not since I've...
Got their shoes?
Yeah.
Too painful.
Are you a secret foot fetishist? And have you mistaken me for Jeremy Kyle? Is this your way of telling the family that this issue is in your life?
I don't know how to answer that, Dave.
Well, I'll take that as a yes.
You are potentially letting people with manky old feet walk on the carpet of your cab, then other people with nice feet would be thinking, oh, dear.
That is possible.
That is possible.
See,
it's not very hygienic.
I think you should have one of those sort of yellow, red, iodine foot baths that they have in the boots, just in the back of the cab.
The problem with that, Dave, is health and safety.
What happens if someone tries to pass off a fake shoe on you?
Well, that's a bit like passing on a fake £5 note, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, let's see if that's true or not. Let's see if you can spot a fake shoe. This is a fake shoe. OK. Don't pan down. This is a fake shoe. See if you can spot that. See it. Anything different from the original? That's the original. Can you tell them apart?
No, but I know where they came from. Bond Street.
No, one of them's fake.
Oh, it must have been Walworth High Road then.
Absolutely, but you can't tell the difference. Somebody could fob you off with that.
Oh, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Then what would you do?
But, you know, a lot of these things are done with... Well, I'm sorry, Dave, I wasn't listening, and it's always been a problem of mine. Can you repeat that question?
Has it really, Paul? Has it really? Who'd have thought? A cabbie who doesn't listen.
I thought it was genius when I heard it, because I think that's a good, sensible, practical thing to do.
Definitely.
I do.
Thank you.
But it's as you say. There's holes in this theory.
Catherine.
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
I must tell you,
Tell me.
this is not, a fanciful idea that, some eccentric cab driver has thought up. This is real!
Paul, can you do one thing for me? Can you just step outside of the thing to your right, that way? OK, and now can you just step back again? I just wanted to confirm you were wearing trousers. Catherine, Paul is convinced he's a genius. We know that much for sure. Is he right?
He's a genius.
It's been a bit of a mixed bag so far, I think you'd agree, Catherine. We have one more idea for you, which comes from Alex Bunting from Ashvale in Hants.
Dear Genius, I've noticed that athletics equipment is becoming progressively more technical these days. Why don't they make running shoes with 98.2 metre high soles to enable unfit people like me to be competitive in the 100-metre sprint by means of a forward flop?
Right. So essentially, you're there on top of some basically 100-metre tall shoes.
That's right.
Start of the 100 metres. On your marks, get set, timber. You've crossed the line. Is that the idea in a nutshell?
You've got it exactly.
OK. Catherine, you would win Olympic gold, you would also die.
Yeah, that's my...
A price worth paying.
That's what I thought. It's going to hurt a lot, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the prospect of certain death...
Oh, it is certain death, is it?
I think 100 metres onto a shale running track, probably, yeah.
Surely the only way to make it work would be to have... You can't compete against athletes, but you could all compete against each other with your big, blocky Spice Girl shoes.
Actually, now, if you make it the Spice Girls, I'm with it.
And I like the idea that, you know, you're saying unfit people can have a go.
It would save a lot of time in training as well. I would, you know, that 4 years in the build-up to the Olympics, I would spend doing more worthy pursuits. I would probably be eating a lot of pies. I think the weight would probably help a little bit. I think toughening up the front of me, maybe with an iron or something like that, to be able to better withstand the shock of impact and maybe make it through to the second round.
Yeah, you're imagining a second round, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is the weird part there. I think we need to see this and sort of get a grip of how this idea would work. So can we bring on the running track? Oh, yeah, be impressed. This is pretty exciting stuff, I think.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to like it in a minute. Do you want to join me with the running track, Catherine? What we got here is... Oh, it's a scale model, obviously. There's a little black cab there.
There we go.
I guarantee you didn't bring these shoes in Paul Calley's cab. Let's put these up. OK, there you go. There's a little U.
Oh, look, it is.
Yes. Now, frankly, that was difficult for me to do, and it's a model. Do you want to wear one of those?
Better hand.
That is actually quite scary. We have got, as a vicar on the finishing line, to read you your last rites when you go.
Oh, God.
What we've actually got a remote control of this athlete here, and I think maybe you can control that.
OK.
I'll control you.
OK.
On those at 100 metres. OK. I'm pushing you.
OK.
To your death.
Cool. Seems like a good deal.
Yes, absolutely. OK, so, Alec, do you want to give us a sort of on your marks, get set, go?
I can do that. On your marks, get set, go.
Jesus. We have an action replay. Let's see how this ended. Yeah, you sort of bounced off. And this is bad news for you, Alex, because what happened there, and there was nothing we could do to control this, Catherine crossed lanes. So she would have been disqualified from the race and dead.
I'd watch it, though.
Let's take you away from this scene of carnage, Catherine. Are you a sporty person?
I do like that. See,
Really?
the thing is, I am really swayed by props. And I like the fact that I was on the top of that and that I won.
But you got disqualified for changing lanes. And I think you might have misunderstood.
That was because I'm willing to bet in Alex's proper prototype of it, it wouldn't have been collapsible. So what you've done there is sabotaged it. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a bad man.
Giant running shoes, certain death, but perhaps Olympic glory. Catherine Tate, is that genius or not?
It is genius.
OK, well, there we have it, Catherine. It has been quite a night. You've seen a few ideas, but only one of them can be declared tonight's top genius. And they are going to win the coveted Genius Trophy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a very nice trophy. But this isn't just a simple trophy, no. This is the electric trophy. Oh, yeah. Believe you me, when you plug that in, it is absolutely lethal. But who is going to win it? We're going to put you on a 10-second clock. But when the genius chime sounds, we are going to have to know the result. OK? Catherine Tate, your time starts now. OK, Catherine, is it hood in sleeve from Mark Hudson? Taxi shoe deposit scheme from Paul Kelly? Or is it 100-metre shoes from Alex Bunter? Catherine Tate, what's it to be?
It's a landslide hood in sleeve.
Well, there we have it. Congratulations to tonight's top genius, Mark Hudson. My thanks to Catherine Tate for being a genius guest, to all of our contestants, genius or not, and of course to you for watching. If you think you might be a genius, do get in touch at the Genius website, bbc.co.uk/genius. Good night.
Well, if you want some extra dollops of genius comedy, digital viewers can press red now to join Dave Gorman in the Genius Shed. Next tonight on BBC Two, Power, Politics, Sex. It's Newsnight and Newsnight Review.